House omwameyo kwizigira abapuyo abatiyansimu basangeyo kyakana ha Pentagon Bar and Lodge otunulira offices za Apuyo Town Council
habwa nyamirimo yabwe enkure ya Karuguza bakingura kuruga saha ibirezanye nkyakara kuika saha 3 zekiro mu bichweke ebindi batandika saha 3 zanye nkyakara kuika saha 11 bagyo abantu nywena ni mwetwa kweja mukaba ba memba naye mukatandika kora na tianshi
kumanya bikukira hotel ha 086 13 0400 na 0740 95 10
Tianshi, together we share. Esaha zikire musanje zeihangwe ohulirize Kdr 100.3Fm akaire kanu nikakuleterwa
MTN Voice Bundles ezikutera network zona habei dondolo migasita 16 rundo yekonyeza my MTN app okome mu daily bundle habo kuba butukuba zaitwena titukwemerezebwa MTN Uganda Limited nerolerwa Uganda Communications Commission.
A very good afternoon, listener. It's exactly 1 p.m. and today is the 6th of May 2024. The news read to you by Priscilla ASABA. Now the detail. The State Minister for Minerals, Fiona Nyamutoro, has asked Uganda Electricity Transmission Company Limited UETCL to squarely address the vandalism of power lines to ensure a stable and reliable power supply for all Ugandans. UETCL spends an average over The State Minister for Minerals, Fiona Nyamutoro, has asked Uganda Electricity Transmission Company Limited, UETCL, to squarely address the vandalism of power lines to ensure a stable and reliable power supply for all Ugandans. UETCL spends on average over 600 million shillings per annum to repair vandalized towers on the existing lines across the country. Given the current rate of vandalism and growing size of the transmission lines, these costs are expected to increase tremendously unless this vice is contained. The minister had visited the Uganda Electricity Transmission Company Limited as part of her ongoing induction tour of the electricity sector. During the visit, she was briefed on UETCL mandate, grid coverage, operations and maintenance, as well as their grid development plan aligned with the Vision 2040 and the Energy Policy 2023. Minister Nyamutoro commended UETCL for their efforts in keeping the country powered, acknowledging the critical role electricity plays in driving socio-economic development. The government of Uganda has in the past 3 years intensified investments in the electricity sector, including its generation, transmission and distribution operations. Despite these investments, the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development continues to grapple with rampant cases of vandalism of power transmission and distribution infrastructure. The vandals are deliberately sabotaging the electricity access agenda that the government embarked on to ensure electricity for all by 2030. The National Agricultural Research Organization (NARO) has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Kingdom of Rwenzururu to promote transformational agriculture aimed at socio-economic uplifting communities in the Rwenzururu region. The partnership is a strategic alliance focused on enhancing the dissemination and adoption of technologies, innovations and management practices teams generated by NARO. The Omsinga, King Charles Wesley Mumbere, while witnessing the signing event held at Rwenzururu International Hotel in Kasese Town, described the partnership as a significant milestone in the journey towards fostering collaboration, innovation and development of the communities in Rwenzururu sub-region and beyond. He observed that the partnership was laying ground for research, technological innovation and capacity building initiatives that will benefit the communities for generations to come. Over the years, NARO has developed over 1,000 technologies, innovations and management practices geared towards sustainable agriculture transformation, aligning with the agro-industrialization goal of increasing commercialization and competitiveness of agriculture production and agro-processing. In his remarks, the Director General of NARO, Dr. Yona Baguma, observed that through the partnership, the two organizations commit to collaborating in mobilizing communities, facilitating technology uptake, and providing necessary support for implementation. He has emphasized that the endeavor aligns seamlessly with the directives of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who has emphasized the importance of mobilizing the mass for wealth creation in Uganda and ensuring that agriculture engages in the money economy. In other news, the UPDF has warned civilians and private security companies against dressing in military attire. According to Captain Ahmed Hassan Kato, the spokesperson of 4th Infantry Division headquartered in Gulu, they have noted a growing number of civilians and private security companies in Acholi and West Nile sub-region dressed in military outfits bearing UPDF imprint. Captain Kato says that many of these military attires include warm suits, jackets, ranger boots, berets, caps, pouches, weapon sling belts, and backpacks, among others. He warns that failure to comply will lead to action as the army ensures it maintains law and order in the community. Previously, civilians have been warned against donning military attires, and to this, a number of them have been arrested. For example, a number of opposition National Unity Platform supporters were arrested and arraigned before the General Court Martial for donning the red beret, which is considered part of the military attire. Security was on Saturday unusually tight in Bale Town, Kayunga district and neighboring areas as the newly appointed Bunyala Chiefdom cabinet was being sworn in. The security arrangements followed threats by some members of the Sabanyala family to disrupt the ceremony. Last month, the swearing-in ceremony of the Sabanyala's cabinet, headed by the Prime Minister Wilson Galimaka, had to be cancelled at the last minute after some of the Sabanyala's siblings blocked the ceremony. The family members accused the Sabanyala of selling a piece of family land which measured about 500 acres in Bala sub-county for over 2 billion shillings. However, Sabanyala, who is a retired UPDF major, denies the allegations, stating that the land in question was not a family property, as claimed. A combined security force comprising UPDF soldiers and riot and regular police took charge of Bale Town, located in the Kato Corridor area of Kayunga district, as the more than 40 ministers of the Sabanyala's new cabinet were sworn in. The chiefdom is constructing its offices on Bale Hill, where construction works stalled for 4 years ago due to financial constraints. The contested land, which Banyala claimed to be theirs, is also claimed by Mengo at belong to the Kabaka, and it is on this same Bale Hill that Bale sub-county headquarters sits. Some of the Sabanyala's aggrieved family members camped at the family home in Kirima village at the swearing-in ceremony took place some 42 kilometers away in Bale Town. The Kayunga District Police Commander Rosette Sikahwa told the media that the heightened security was meant to ensure that no one disrupted the cultural leaders' ceremony.
You are still listening to Kdr News Broadcast. This is the news on the international scene.
On the international scene, massive floods in Brazil's southern Rio Grande do Sul state have killed at least 75 people over the last 7 days, and another 103 were reported missing. The state civil defense authorities say that damages from the rains also forced more than 88,000 people from their homes. Approximately 16,000 took refuge in schools, gymnasiums, and other temporary shelters. The floods have also left a wake of devastation, including landslides, washed out roads, and collapsed bridges across the state. Operators have also reported electricity and communications cuts, with more than 800,000 people left without a water supply. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva yesterday visited Rio Grande do Sul for a second time, accompanied by the Defense Minister José Muxio, Finance Minister Fernando Haddad, and Environment Minister Marina Silva, among others. The leader and his team surveyed the flooded streets of the state capital, Porto Alegre, from a helicopter. As I wind up the news, a look up at the top stories. Minister Nyamtoro tasks UETCL on power vandalism. Narrow partners with the Rwenzururu Kingdom to promote transformational agriculture in Rwenzori region. UPDF warns public-private security firms on wearing military attire, and at least 75 killed, more than 100 others missing in Brazil floods. It is 9 minutes past 1 p.m. and that was the news read to you by Priscilla ASABA. Stay tuned and have a good lunch.
From all over the world, local, regional, national and international, Kdr FM brings you all the stories. Kdr FM News was proudly sponsored by MTN.